There's something about finding your cat at your feet when you wake up. Something that feels like being watched over without being crowded, like being chosen without being smothered. Most owners feel it without being able to name it. This video is about what that feeling is actually pointing to and what your cat is saying by being there every single night, because that spot wasn't chosen by accident. And what it reveals about the bond between you is something most owners spend years sleeping through, literally. Before we talk about the feet specifically, you need to understand something about how cats choose where to sleep, because it's not random. It never was. Every position your cat takes when they sleep near you carries specific information. The pillow, sleeping near your head, means your cat wants maximum proximity to the most important part of you, your face, your breath, your voice. It's intimate in a way that can feel almost overwhelming. Cats who sleep on pillows are cats who want zero distance. They're not just near you, they're as close to inside your world as they can physically get. The chest or stomach means something different. That position puts your cat directly over your heartbeat, over the rise and fall of your breathing. Researchers have noted that cats who consistently sleep on their owner's chest tend to be cats with the highest anxiety levels, not because they're distressed, but because the heartbeat and breathing regulate them. They need that rhythm. It settles something in them that nothing else quite reaches. The side, pressed along your body, tucked against your back or your legs, is about warmth and belonging without vulnerability. It says, I want to be near you, but I want to be able to move if I need to. It's closeness with an exit strategy, not distance, just autonomy preserved alongside connection. And then there's the feet, which is where most cats end up, most often, most nights, and which carries a meaning that almost no one thinks to look for. Here's the thing most people get wrong about the feet position. They assume it means their cat wants to be close but not too close, that it's a lesser form of affection, a compromise between wanting to be near you and wanting their own space. It isn't. It's something completely different. In the wild, when cats sleep in groups, they don't arrange themselves randomly. There's a structure to it. The most vulnerable sleep in the center. The most alert, the ones who have quietly appointed themselves to watch, sleep at the edges, facing outward, positioned to detect anything coming before it reaches the others. Your cat at your feet is not choosing a comfortable spot at the end of the bed. They're taking a post. They're positioning themselves between you and the rest of the world, at the point where anything entering your space would have to pass them first. Your feet are the entry point to your sleeping body, and your cat knows it. This is why cats who sleep at their owner's feet often face toward the door, or toward the foot of the bed, or toward whatever direction represents the outside. They're not curled away from you in indifference, they're facing outward on your behalf, standing watch while you sleep in a way you'll never see because you're asleep when it happens. That's not distance, that's protection. And it's one of the most ancient things a bonded cat can do. Here's another layer to this that most people never consider, and it changes the feet position from something that sounds like guardianship into something that sounds like devotion. Your feet move. A lot, actually. Even when you're deeply asleep. Your legs shift, your feet flex, your whole body repositions through the night in ways you're completely unaware of. And all of that movement is felt by your cat, who is pressed against you or resting near your legs. To most people, this seems like it would be disruptive. Why would a cat choose the most active part of the bed? But here's what's actually happening. Your cat isn't being disturbed by your movement. They're reading it. Every shift of your body tells them something about your sleep state. Deep, still sleep means you're okay, settled, resting, safe. Restless movement means something has changed. You're in a lighter phase, or something is off, or you're moving toward waking. Your cat at your feet has a continuous, real-time read on your physical state throughout the entire night. They're not just sleeping near you, they're monitoring you.
And the feet, that moving, restless, information-rich part of your body, gives them more data than any other position could. They chose the spot that keeps them most informed, because being most informed means being most prepared to respond if something changes. This is the part that adds a new layer of meaning to every position your cat has ever taken, because the feet isn't always where they stay. And the nights when they move, when they leave the foot of the bed and come up toward your pillow, toward your chest, toward your face, those nights are telling you something different. Pay attention to when your cat moves closer than usual, when they abandon their post at the foot and come up alongside you, or press against your chest, or settle near your head. Most owners notice this happening when they're sick, or stressed, or going through something difficult that they haven't told anyone about. Your cat detected the change in your scent, in your movement patterns, in the chemistry your body was broadcasting, and responded by closing the distance, by abandoning the guardian post and coming in close. Because something shifted, and their response to that shift was get closer, not watch from a distance, be there. The feet is where they go when everything is okay and they can fulfill their role from a position of readiness. Closer is where they go when something isn't okay and readiness isn't enough anymore. Together, those two positions tell the full story of what your cat does for you every night, protecting you when you're well and staying beside you when you're not.
Here's what it all comes down to, and it's simple enough that it's easy to miss. Your cat didn't end up at your feet by accident. They didn't drift there out of habit or because the blanket bunches in a comfortable way at the end of the bed. They chose that spot. Night after night, they make the same choice, and every time they make it, they're saying the same thing. I'm here. I'm watching. Nothing is going to come near you without going through me first. You can sleep. You can let your guard down completely because I haven't let mine down at all. Think about what that requires from them. Cats are not naturally selfless creatures. They're not wired for sacrifice. Every instinct they carry is oriented toward their own survival, their own comfort, their own safety. And yet, night after night, they take a position that is less comfortable than your pillow, less warm than your chest, less restful than a hidden corner somewhere else in the house. They take that position for you, because you are sleeping there, and you are worth watching over. That's not a small thing. Most people who love their cat never fully understand that something this deliberate, this ancient, this specific is happening at the foot of their bed every single night. Now you do. And the next time you wake up and feel that familiar weight near your feet, that warmth you've felt 100 times without knowing what it meant, you'll know. You're being guarded by someone who chose you every night without fail, without asking for anything back. The foot of the bed doesn't sound like a profound place. It doesn't sound like the spot where something meaningful happens, but that's exactly where your cat has been saying something important in the oldest, quietest language they have. Not words, not drama, just presence, just showing up at the same spot, in the same position, facing the same direction, night after night, for every night of the life you've shared. That's not habit. That's devotion that doesn't need to announce itself, the kind that just shows up and stays and watches over you while you sleep, because to them, that's exactly what you're worth.